All right, YouTubes. It is Sunday morning, playoff Sunday. Niners got the Beagles, but we got like our third string linebackers going. We got injuries all over the place. I think we're down to like second and third string wide receivers, but no excuses, no excuses. You got to win them if you're going to win them. I'll probably take the Eagles and the points on this game. I think it's up to 7 points. You can take the Niners and get 7 points. I still don't like it. But yesterday's games were pretty incredible, I guess. You got to see the Packers choke it out. Dude, kickers. The McMantis. Oh, Packers. And your coach. Your coach went Kyle Shanahan, Packers. LaFleur and Shanahan are like twins. And then who? Oh, and Stafford. Matt Stafford on the Rams. Just next level, high level quarterback play from Stafford. He is a elite thrower of the football. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, it's like 8:14 in the morning. We're heading out there. Got 2 ice makers in the town over at this place. You've probably seen one of the ice makers before. And so I got a Hoshizaki and a Manitowoc down at the same place. So there you go. And I noticed that last video that I had up there, my little YouTube short, where I replaced the Manitowoc with the Hoshizaki, that generated a lot of conversation. So that's always a good talking point. Now, in the old days, I was a diehard Manitowoc guy in the late 80s. And then going into the late 80s, early 90s, I really fell in love with the Hoshizakis. And I know they've had a problem with grid separation all through the pandemic and the supply chain. And their evaporators falling apart on the Hoshizakis being an issue. And I did see some nice comments about you need the right water supply line and you got to keep the filters clean, because their water assist on the defrost. So could be something to that. But I do think they had a manufacturing problem on the evaporator plates. But I still like the Hoshizakis. A lot easier to clean a Manitowoc for sure. You know, it is way easier to shine up a Manitowoc than a Hoshizaki. But they're both good machines. And I still think, you know, like the top 3 are still good. So you still got Isomatic and Manitowoc and Hoshizaki are still the top 3. I haven't seen any Scotsman in my area for a long time. The old Scotsmans, the CM Cubers, that were the copies, the copy of the Hoshizakis, those were good ice makers back in the day. And yeah, my nose is all runny right now. I just got done walking the dog, and it's, I don't know, 41 degrees outside. For here, that's cold. It's going to heat up, and then it's going to be like summer the rest of the week. So let's get out there. And we'll tune back in when we get to the job, and we'll play Ice Maker Repair Guy. Go Niners. All right, we're here. And look, I could pull right up to the job again. I'm going to roll up this roll-up door. I got an ice maker here not working and an ice maker right here not working. So let's check it out. All right, this little Manitowoc's still working. He said this one had a code and this one was not working. I'm wondering if it's a bin switch on this one. Oh, this one's making ice. It's just flashing that code. Let's see. Let's go on. Fix it. T3 fault. That's not even a problem. That's just those little sensors. Those don't really mean a whole lot. You don't have to have those on there to make ice. This one here. Okay, so it's in the ice mode, nothing's happening. So of course you want to check power. I don't know if this is the cord for the ice maker. It could be. And somebody's got it unplugged. Or is this my cord for the ice maker? Let's take a look in the back. Make sure it's plugged in first. Then usually it's like a bin switch issue. Unplugged. And what's this bullshit plugged into a timer? Some stupid ass blower. Who cares about the blower? We need the ice maker plugged in if we want to make ice. Couldn't be that simple, could it? On a Sunday? Let's see. Oh, they unplugged it because it was beeping. Let's see if it's a 3 beeper special. No, it's trying to make ice. Yeah, she's filling up. Let's see if we got water pump. We got water pump. All right, let's see if she fills up. We installed this one in 2018. Yep, she's wiped out. So let's let this guy go through the motions and we'll check it out. Oh, she's filling up. All right, so far it went through its fill cycle, its harvest. Now we're in the freeze mode trying to make a batch of ice. We'll see how this one does. I want to get the cover off that. Take a look at that one. It looks like it's thick. It's got a bad evaporator probe, but that sensor is not really for ice making. It's just for maintenance. So T3. Oh, it's always T3 and T4 fail on these. So it's not like critical, but I do want to get my ladder up there. There's the van. It didn't take too long into the freeze cycle. My pump stopped pumping. Look. Hear it? I don't know if I'm out of water and my dump valve's leaking by, which it's a possibility, or if my water pump's gone sideways. I put it in wash. It almost sounds like there's no water in there. Let's see. Last time I had a dirty dump valve, I found a piece of the ice guide stuck in the dump valve, but I don't see that right there. We're gonna have to check. Let's see how much water we got. Yeah, we're out of water. It dumped out all the water during its pre-defrost. So I'm thinking the check valve, the dump valve here is leaking by. Oh, we'll check into that here real quick. Ooh, that one looks a little saucier. I think we're missing a screw there. Might have something on the truck. Let's see how sauced up my boot is. Of course, it's got pancake batter in it. You guys always see when that happens, the pancake batter gets in your float switch. Oh man, now we're missing 2 screws. It went down here. Okay, we got it. Yeah, she needs a clean out. And then usually this guy gets full of chunk of stuff too, see? This cleaned out too. A little Manitowoc's chugging along over there. But what we want to look at, yeah, we'll get this cleaned out, is our dump valve right here. Or check valve. I guess this one's a check valve, dump valve. You know NorCal Dave and his terminology. It's terrible, especially for how many years I've been doing this. My terminology is the worst. usually what I find in here is on the valve face, the rubber seat, it's either worn out or I got a chunk of scuzz on it. But I have found a piece of the ice guide in here before too. So there's our spring. There's the face, not looking too bad. The spring looks a little, maybe we're not getting enough tension on it. And then let's see what's inside of here. Yep, there it is. See that chunk right there? That chunk of Titus right there is our problem. See that? Right there at the end of my finger. And that's it. Let me see if I can wiggle it with the screwdriver for you guys. That is my problem right there. That's why we're not making ice. That chunk of scale got in my dump valve. Right there. There it is, right here. And that right there is why we're not making ice. So this was bypassing the water down the drain when we're trying to make ice. Let's get this all cleaned up. Any new guys on Hoshizaki's, the little black bar just pushes in and pulls out right here that holds the float in. See that? And the float will drop out so we can clean it up. We can clean up all the inside here so it doesn't get stuck. We'll clean up all this stuff and we'll clean up this. The where your boot for your float goes in your machine, it'll get full of pancake batter. See this? Look at this. She'll just get filled up. Look at that. See that? So we'll do a little cleanup on this thing for sure. So I've taken my screwdriver and scraped the inside of my float. And look at the chunk of Titus I got out of here. This was all on the walls of the float. Built up in there. That's just scraping. With the screwdriver all the way around it. Alright, well there's a bunch of chunk removal. We'll get this tidied up. I'm going to fill it up and restart it again. So here we go. We're going to go in a defrost. It'll get to the defrost where it pumps out. It's filling up with water. Then it'll do a pump out, and then we'll check an ice batch. All right, we went through all the motions. We're back in ice making mode. Right now we're pumping water. We'll check it in a few here and see how it looks. I think we went into harvest. Let's see. Pretty good. Good little bats of ice right there. Oh, more still coming. Fill her up. Fill her up. All right, Tippins. Looks like we got her. Let's get you in there. We'll go change out that pressure switch next. What do you say we bring the guys along for a pressure switch change out? We're gonna swap out that leaky pressure switch. Let's get over there and do that before the Niner game comes on. All right, ice makers are fixed and working. Now we got this to go change out. I'll bring you guys along with that. Was that leaky pressure switch. I had done a little short video on about where they leak. I didn't have one that day, so I did a gas and go, and now I'm gonna go replace it. Which was, I think I was out there Friday. Today's Sunday. No, I was out there Thursday, pardon me. Thursday night I was out there. Ordered it and it actually got delivered on Saturday. So today's Sunday, I'm gonna go install it. Let's get out there. It's super simple. Easy peasy change out, you'll see. Okay, here we are. I'm gonna go up here and turn the power off. Right there. And we'll start taking this apart. This one's on a service valve, so all I gotta do is backseat the service valve. And we'll be ready to take it apart. So we'll see what we need here. This one's been by the ocean, so she got rusty crusties going. her out. Yep. These I just take the whole T off. So we got a double wrench right here. So just to get this out of there, we'll just go like that. Get a old flathead in there. Get that out. Get old red nut driver. Get that dude loose. Get these. I gotta get two hands in there. All right, well, I got in there and got it all on. I jumped the gun, but you got to check for leaks when you're done, because these T fittings aren't the best, and they will leak on you. Get a nice little check up there. Pretty simple change out. You might need a squirt, one last little squirt to finish her up. It has been a couple days since I charged it up. She's about ready to pump down, but yeah, that's the swap out on that. That's my third call. It's getting close to kickoff. I got to get my ass home and watch the game.